Finally, after weeks of waiting and several cancelled orders by a buggy system, I finally managed to grab myself Google's brand new budget device, the Pixel 7a, and of course I just had to go for that unique coral color. So continuing with the latest trend of not including a charger within the box, here along with the phone you get a Type-C cable, a quick switch adapter, and a cute mini box housing not just the ejector tool, but also a couple little booklets to help us all fall asleep. So now that we have that out the way, let's move on to the main event, the coral finished Pixel 7a, a £450 phone aimed at bringing the Pixel 7 experience within a smaller budget package. With smooth edges across all of the sides, Type-C connection at the bottom, and the power and volume rockers all on the right hand side, easily accessible to where your thumb naturally sits. Overall, it's quite similar to the Pixel 7 design despite being 5 grams lighter. Now very much like its mid-range brother, the Pixel 7, this one's also rocking the Google Tensor Gen 2 chip, which for those of you who haven't seen my video on the Pixel 7, runs way smoother and is much more reliable than the previous generation. I mean, it's no flagship Snapdragon, but it does run pretty quick with no noticeable lag or shown any slowdown during my usage. Now you may already be able to tell, but this one is definitely for those of you with smaller hands. With its more compact body and slightly smaller 6.1-inch display, you're definitely going to find that it's a bit more comfortable. And on the topic of displays, the 7a carries over the same 1080p by 2400 running at 90Hz, which I'm actually glad they didn't compromise. Having said that, sadly it's not exactly the same display as it only hits 1000 nits of brightness compared to the 7's 1400. And personally speaking, with the 7, sometimes I do struggle outdoors if it's not at max brightness. Oh, and as for scratch protection, the 7a uses Gorilla Glass 3, so make sure you're slapping on a screen protector ASAP. Now having said that, with this device, I can confirm it does come with an under-display optical fingerprint scanner as well as face unlock, which thankfully are just as reliable as on the 7. I mean, it's not as good as Samsung's ultrasonic sensor, however for an optical sensor, it's not bad. Now surprisingly, despite carrying over these security features on the Pixel 7a, what they've actually chosen to do is decrease the battery size, dropping it below the 6a's 4400 milliamps. Now despite this shrinkage, it does come with Google's adaptive battery extending features and the newer Tensor chip, which if we're going off the results between the Pixel 7 and 6's battery test, it's definitely going to last the whole day. And on that note, I'm definitely going to do a full battery test between the Pixel 7a and its bigger brother, the 7, to see if the switch up in different components actually made a difference on the battery life itself. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Now the biggest change with this phone is the brand new camera sensors, bringing with it a phenomenal 64 megapixel main camera sensor, 13 megapixel ultra wide, and another 13 megapixel at the front. Not only is this a step up from the 6a, but also from the 7 as well. And of course, combined with Google's Gcam image processing algorithm, for photos you just can't go wrong. Overall, just like any other Pixel device out there, this one is guaranteed to give you some stunning photos. And of course, software wise, it is running Android 13. And honestly, the Pixel 7a might just be that perfect device that you guys have been saving your money for. But what do you guys think? Is the Pixel 7a worth it? Or should you just pay that extra cash and grab yourselves the 7? Well, I'll be doing extensive comparisons between the two to help you all decide. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure to like and subscribe to help support the channel. And why not check out some of my Android customization videos. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.